Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your boy, the SeanDavieWay Show. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in and tap that bell if you would like to be notified of all of our future content. Today, I bring you a surviving Cassie. I know it can sound kind of harsh because of the things that Cassie has been through, and yes, she is a victim, but it does not mean that she didn't create some along the way. So in these next few videos, we're definitely going to get into the women and men that have survived Cassie Ventura. I deem it only necessary. We are not here to bash Cassie. We're just coming with facts and statements and witness testimonies about how Cassie ruined people's lives as well and more. We will start this surviving off with the male freak-offs, the male escorts that will be testifying in Diddy's trial. Let's get into it. 3 days into Cassie Ventura's testimony, the federal trial against Sean Diddy Combs was the most talked about topic on social media. Bombshells about their sexual relationship over 10 years came into strong focus. Cassie provided never heard information about SCX and DURG fueled parties nicknamed freak-offs, while king nights and hotel nights. The singer's testimony included mention of several male escorts and SCX workers the couple engaged with. But who exactly are these men? Let's get into it. Daniel Phillip. Daniel Phillip was the second to take the witness stand on Monday, May 12th, after a hotel security guard on stand, Phillip, a professional stripper, said he was paid to have intercourse with Cassie while Sean Combs allegedly watched. According to the Associated Press, he was paid between $700 and $6,000. He said his first encounter happened at the Gramercy Park Hotel. At first, he expected to perform a little strip dance at a bachelorette party seeking a black male dancer. When he arrived, he noted Cassie in the room wearing a red wig, stockings, and sunglasses. There were also red couches and lubricant of Astroglide. Meanwhile, a male, later identified as Diddy in disguise, was sitting on the right of the room. He allegedly wore a white robe, baseball cap, and a bandana over his eyes. Cassie reportedly paid him a few $100s before the intercourse and a few thousand after, Daniel testified. Jonathan Adi. During Cassie's testimony, Jonathan Adi went viral on social media as trial supporters pointed out his previous attempts to expose Diddy. Adi went viral in 2018 after he stormed the Trump National Doral Miami Resort, and then he got into an altercation and chase with the police. He's still in jail, by the way. Adi is charged with the attempted unaliving of a law enforcement, armed theft, and burglary. 5 years before that hotel incident, the Miami Herald reports that he was a regular stripper for a website called Dancing Bear. The site previously created and published videos of women performing acts on male dancers at staged parties. He allegedly met Combs through an agency request. At the time, police brushed off his claims. However, during Cassie's testimony, she confirmed that Adi was one of the male escorts involved in the infamous FOs. She identified him as Jonathan from Miami, and later admitted that she didn't trust him and believed he had a video of her, which turned out to be true. Last week, Jonathan told News Nation that Diddy paid him $800 for each encounter. Additionally, he said Combs would sometimes allegedly call twice or request him to return again hours after one of the FOs. Adi told News Nation that he got along well with Cassie and thought she was a decent person. He also claimed that he has suspicion about her situation with Diddy, but her trial testimony confirmed his own experiences. Adi also claimed that Diddy was scared of being exposed and that the music mogul followed and threatened him, often filtering the threats through Cassie. The FOs with Adi ended after an argument with Diddy. Before then, though, Adi allegedly recorded a session using a secret device after Cassie had reportedly passed out during a DURG-fueled FO. The male escort had gotten scared of someone ODing and didn't want to be held responsible, he said. Adi also told News Nation that he and Combs privately settled for a $5 million in 2014 in exchange for the actual video recording. Side note, so Cassie was correct. She said she didn't trust Jonathan because she felt like he was making secret recordings and things in that nature, and that came out to be true. So when I did a video in the past on John Adi, he had got into real estate and was like purchasing businesses and homes, and we figured that there may have been a connection through Diddy. So this private settlement and NDA that was signed is the reason we couldn't find the paper trail to figuring out that Diddy is the reason he was able to get these properties and whatnot. So this is very, very interesting. But let's keep going. Sheree the Punisher Hayes. Ahead of a lunch break on day 7 of Diddy's trial, prosecutors called Sheree Hayes to the witness stand. Hayes was an exotic dancer known as the Punisher. He testified that Sean Combs and Cassie brought him into the FO world. He said a woman named Janet, Cassie using a fake name, called and told him it was her birthday and that her husband said she should hire a dancer. Hayes, per the Associated Press, said he arrived at a Manhattan hotel room expecting to perform a striptease for a small group of people. Instead, he found the woman who hired him, Cassie, along with an otherwise naked man who hid his face with a burlap-like cloth and had lubricant in his hand. That man, he said, turned out to be Diddy. Hayes recalled seeing bottles of baby oil and bowls of water and receiving $800 in cash. Later, after Diddy watched him have an encounter with Cassie, Sheree Hayes said he got an additional $1,200, the amount he'd get from FOs. The FO lasted about 4 hours, used a lot of baby oil, and was tasked with finishing in a specific spot. He said he was a fan of Sean Combs, but didn't realize it was him in the room until another encounter at another hotel. There, the message on the TV screen said, "Excess House would like to welcome Mr. Sean Combs." He also said later, allegedly, he saw Diddy's face. In total, the Punisher testified that he participated in about 8 or 12 FOs with Cassie and Diddy, and that he sometimes worried about losing the gig due to erectile dysfunction issues. Later, during cross-examination, Hayes testified that he never witnessed any violence between Cassie or Diddy or any objections in his direction during the FOs. His quote, "I did not get any cues that there was a discomfort with what was going on. It seemed as if it was consented as far as I was concerned," Hayes said. Cassie also revealed that the FOs were highly organized events, saying Diddy only dealt with safe escorts. She took that to mean men who wouldn't snitch to the police or try to expose them. One way she said male escorts were solicited was via Craigslist and Backpage in New York, and Combs always paid in cash, sometimes guards and sometimes Cassie, per her testimony. Daniel Phillip and the Punisher and guessed there was lots of baby oil and Astroglide. Diddy, Cassie testified, hated dry skin and wanted her glistening, a detail Punisher confirmed in his testimony. On the stand, Cassie also identified male escorts shown in the pictures by the prosecution. Islander was from the Latin Men site and participated in FOs in Los Angeles and maybe Las Vegas. Other men she recognized in photos were Tommy and Greg. She couldn't identify one man, but said he looked familiar from the FOs. In the photos, Tony appears to be white or Hispanic with a bald look and beard, Government Exhibit 2A616. Greg, a black male depicted in Government Exhibit 2A620. Jake, who appears to be white or Hispanic in Government Exhibit 2A618. Johnny, a black male, is in Government Exhibit 2A619. Jules, a male unknown race, in Government Exhibit 2A628. Brian, a black male, in Government Exhibit 2A633. Ash, a white or Hispanic male, is in Government Exhibit 2A617. Skylar, a white or Hispanic male, is in Government Exhibit 2A616. 3 unidentified black men, Exhibits 2A602, 2A632, and 2A634. And two unidentified white or Hispanic men, exhibits 2A601 and 2A607, were also among the photos circulating on social media. Let me know below in the comments what you all think. This is just the beginning. There's a lot of information here to unravel, and there are upcoming videos that will continue to display and explain the information that has come out since this trial has started with Sean Diddy Combs. I believe that a lot of these men had no idea what they were getting into when Cassie signed them up. I understand she was doing this under instruction of Diddy to find these male escorts and have them come and do their thing while Diddy watches nearby in a corner. I also think it's really weird that Diddy was covering his face. Why not cover Cassie's too? Why just cover yours? I feel that it's more so of an embarrassment or something ritualistic that Diddy likes to do to humiliate her. And I state that because everyone knew that Diddy and Cassie were allegedly in a relationship together. So if you're in a room and you see Cassie and then there's just this random black male to the side, why wouldn't you put two and two together that this is Diddy? I understand people are pretty oblivious when it comes to a lot of relationships with celebrities and stuff like that. But if you know Diddy, you know Cassie. And in that time frame, if you knew who Cassie was, then you definitely knew that that was Sean Diddy Combs' girl. Another thing I would like to point out, Cassie was not specific at all with the clearance of the sexual history of these people, meaning I didn't hear much information on Cassie stating that these people were clean, that they didn't have any STDs or STIs. These people were being found off of sites like Backpage and Craigslist. So these are just random strangers that she's inviting not only into where she is, but also into her body. I found that very interesting that there was no detail to state that these people were not carrying any disease or illness or anything in that nature. So I would like to hear your thoughts about that as well. I will see you all in the next video. I hope you all enjoyed. I love you. Bye.